Hey guys, it's Rani, and today we're working on a Mechamorphosis concept that I decided to use to enter a local contest here in the Philippines. Now, my concept here mainly is to use parts of the HG Exia and kitbash it with my already existing and forever pending kitbash from Mobile Doll Sarah and Ayame. Now, this Ayame kit is actually parts that I salvaged or extra parts from the original Ayame box, because if you have that kit, you more or less have an idea that some of the chest and the head parts have extras, like you can almost make a half body or a bust version of Ayame kit. Here, I'm mainly salvaging the hip parts and some of the arm parts of the HG Exia. I was using parts from the HG Exia Repair 3 that I have because I needed, or because I have two of them which I was originally going to use for a different kit batch. Regardless, I can still do that kit bash after doing this. The base, as I am in a sort of like a pilot getup, and slapping on some mecha accessories like these arm parts, which will now serve as like a GN condenser on the thigh area. I also decided to use the GN blade, and I also added a few more on the other arm. Now, the customization of this is quite simple, and what really consume my time here more is like cleaning up the transition from the mecha parts to the woman parts, for lack of a better term, and it was the main real challenge for me, and I think I want to do another project like this to refine my skills on that, because my previous project that's close to this is the Asura Freya project that I did like 2-3 years ago. I decided to use the SD Exia face mask part and added it to the IMF face mask to add a little more mechanical details to the head part, and not like go with the usual just full face here. And I think I'm quite happy with how that turned out. One thing that I really got reminded during this project is how much I hated sanding. But unlike previous experiences, it started to really resonate to me that this is something that's part of the process and something that you really can enjoy. And if you're not a fan of sanding, you have to do something to do with it, or like, meditate while doing it or something, or use tools. The other challenge that I have here is painting, because I do not have a airbrush that's properly functioning right now, and I'm hoping to upgrade into a small airbrush with a tank in the future, but that's not a priority right now, and I'd rather be happier developing my skills in hand painting. Another thing which I'm trying hard to learn while doing this project is color mixing and color theory. I think I have learned some during the course of the project, but I'm still looking forward to painting a lot more of my other pending projects so that I can improve on that. Here, I'm just painting more of the details that I have pending with the project and trying to finish it as soon as I can. I was using a mix of water-based acrylics on some of my base coats and some of my other colors are alcohol acrylics or the dummy acrylics, which I am honestly still most comfortable with right now. But working with acrylics that are water-based is really a much preferred route for me in the future. One of the final bits that I'm making is the water slide decals, and I just chose some easy markings that will break the monotony of some of the bigger surfaces here. I do have to warn against going overboard, so as much as possible, be mindful of the background of where and what decals are you placing into the kit. And one more thing I did for the main kit here is to use UV resin for the supposed clear parts and for the eyes. Now, while I am in a way satisfied with this build, it is not finished yet because this needs to have a context on why it looks that way, and I decided to rummage an excess pipe from one of the neighbors. And this is meant to be like a panel of sorts of the space elevator from the series Gundam 00. And after the quick build, it's straight into priming and painting this to look the part. The general concept that I had in mind when I created this diorama is the first entrance or the first appearance of the Gundam Exia in the series. So that's what we have here, and as a bonus, I actually tried making the GN particle effects, but for some reason I took a wrong turn somewhere and this actually looked ugly. Anyways, here's the finished project. I hope you got a bit of an inspiration or a concept while watching this video, and if you did, feel free to tag me when you finish the project, or chat with me or share it on socials, and hopefully I'll see it around. Consider to subscribe if you haven't already, and like the video if you were inspired or if you find this concept a good idea to pursue or even make a similar project in the future. In the meantime, keep moving, keep building.